And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're going to be talking about Math Dice. Math Dice is just a collection of dice from Think Fun. You know Think Fun is the folks who make games and they make puzzles. And usually any games that they do make involve a puzzle to some degree. Well, this one certainly meets that qualification. Let's take a look. Math Dice is made up of 5 dice. There are 3 regular 6-sided dice, and then there are 2 12-sided dice. But these dice aren't regular. They're 12-sided for one thing. The blue die is numbered from 2 to 12, and it has 2 2s on it. The red number is just 2s and 3s, mostly 2. The blue die is the base. The red die is the exponent. So if I roll this, I would have 2 to the second power. If I rolled this, wow, twice in a row here, Vasel. And that's 3 times in a row. I am doing pretty well. That would be 3 to the second power. Here we have 11 to the second power. And so whatever I do, for example, here's 7 to the second power, it's going to give me a target number, in this case 49. I'm then going to roll these 3 dice, and these 3 numbers are going to be used trying to get as close to 49 as possible. I could say 5 plus 5 plus 3, which is 13. That's not close to 39. Maybe 5 times 5, 25 plus 3. That's 28. 5 times 5 times 3? No, that's 75. That's probably too high. 5 plus 3, 8 times 5 is 40. That's good. 5 to the third power minus 5, 125 minus 5, 120. No, that's not going to work. 5 to the second power, which is 5 to the 5 minus 3 power. That's 25. That's probably not any good either. So what happens is you look at these and you think of a number and you shout it out. So let's say I said 15 plus 5, and so I think of 20, okay? So I say 20. Well, someone else says, 5 times 5 is 25, plus 3 is 28. So someone else says 28. I say, okay, let's see, 8 times 5 is 40. So I say 40. And we keep going. I mean, everyone gets a chance to say one number. Now, if someone gets the number straight out and gets it correct, gets 49 somehow, they win that round and get a point. Otherwise, the person who comes the closest, and you can go over as long as you're closer, wins. Now, you can play a variant where if you get it and someone else matches it exactly, like if I get 8 away and someone else can figure out another way to get exactly 8 away, then theirs trumps mine. And even if I got it exactly and someone else figured out a way to get it exactly, then they would trump mine, whoever went last, and you keep going back and forth till someone can't go any farther. And then you get 1 point. And that's basically the way the game works. It comes in this little bag that you can put the dice in, and rules that explain how to play and then why math is awesome. Math Dice is interesting in the sense that, I mean, for someone like me who loves math, it's a very fascinating look. And I love these dice. You know, I'm always a fan of having unique dice. And here I have a 12-sided die that has 2 3s and 10 2s. So that's interesting. Or is there 3 3s? No, 2 3s. And then I have a dice here that's 2 2, 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. I don't have any other dice in my collection like that. So that's interesting. But I also like the game itself. I like using numbers to get math. People who don't like that aren't going to like this. This is something that I can see that if you're working with your kids and learning how to math, this is a great tool to teach that. Or for some reason you have a bunch of math-minded people together. I wouldn't recommend this puzzle for everybody because essentially it's just some dice with numbers that you roll and try to solve them. It's okay, but it's not mind-blowing. It's not like, oh, this is the greatest puzzle ever. It's not. It's merely okay, but it does exist. And if you have kids and you're working on them, especially with powers and multiplication and parentheses and such, this is a good chance to teach them with that. And it's very, very portable. Other than that, most folks can pass it by and look at one of Think Fun's more engaging puzzles.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool Stuff, in stock. Check them out at coolstuffinc.com.
Shut the door.